Hi everyone, so I'm finally doing the Ultimate Harry Potter Experience tag, created by Starzbooks. I'll try and link everything in the doobly-doo in my pants, my cat's sitting here judging me. Okay, so the first question is favourite Harry Potter book. Now for me, I suck at listing favourites, but my immediate answer for this one is always Prisoner of Azkaban, Book 3. There was just a really palpable change in tone and the direction that the narrative took. The characters, everyone loves Sirius Black of course, but Lupin, Remus Lupin owns my heart. He's so lovely and nice and considerate and a great mentor for Harry. I love the introspective moments that Harry was afforded in this book because the Dementors, were screwing with his mind and his emotions and bringing back all this stuff from his past that he didn't understand. Lots of confusion and self-questioning. I just thought it was really interesting and a nice journey to witness. And yeah, I just like the direction that the novel took, I thought was really interesting, and it just felt like a real shift from the previous two books. Not that it was ever a light series, because we have to remember these books did begin their journey with a double homicide and infant being left stranded. Yeah, but Azkaban really always sticks out in my memory. I loved all the stuff with the time turner at the end, and the travelling back and forth and working all that out, and the fact that the climax of this book deviated from the previous two. There was no showdown in any way with Voldemort, and it was just, yeah, it was a nice change, but it was still as intense and dramatic and interesting, and reflected on the series as a wider whole. I'm not making sense. Anyway, yeah, Azkaban certainly sticks out in my mind, and I am a huge fan also, I must say, of what I consider to be Azkaban's sister or companion book, which is Order of the Phoenix, Book 5. I love it for the two reasons a lot of people hate it, which is its length. I love long books, so the longer I got to spend in this universe, the better. And this is the longest book in the series. And I also love it because Harry was moody and angry and pissed off and taking it out on everyone, and I thought that was 100% real. And I thought understandable, and even in the moments when you couldn't agree with him behaving that way, I was still so impressed by Jo's writing and the fact that she was allowing her protagonist to go into these areas that we weren't too happy with as readers, because we, tend to just want them to, our protagonist to be angelic or to be everything we can't be, and I just liked that he was vulnerable and raw and a normal teenager who was really pissed off with stuff, and I thought it was understandable. And I just loved that she presented him to us in that light. It made me respect him so much more. Just saying. And also his breakdown scene at the end of this still makes me cry, and I am sad it wasn't in the film, but I think we all knew they were probably going to cut it. But I wanted to see Dan Radcliffe get to tackle that scene. Really disappointed. Which leads me to favourite film, which is question 2. And I'm one of the nitpicky fans. I'm very fickle, and I tend to love a good whinge and bitch after I see any of the film adaptations. I love to complain about what they left out or what they presented wrong or the kind of dialogue that was muddled and the lines that they ruined by changing them in the script and all that kind of thing. I really have a lot of fun whinging. So oddly enough, probably the film that had the biggest difference in terms of a lot of the scripting and huge plot holes just completely forgotten and left gaping is actually my favourite one to watch visually. Aesthetically, I think it's the most beautiful of all the movies, and again, because it had to, I think it matched its book, having a really different tone about it and feel. It was just something really noticeably different when you saw this film, and it is, of course, Prisoner of Azkaban. And also I think the kids started to really work to amp up their performances and kind of step up their game. Dan especially. I know everyone mocks his crying scene and that, but, he was doing his best, and, I applauded him, his efforts. And just, yeah, certainly to watch, this is the most stunning of all the films, I think, easily. And the most loyal to any of the series is, hands down, Deathly Hallows Part 1. I was astonished at how much the way in which I responded to this film mirrored how I responded to the book. It was an exact parallel of mood between how the book felt and how it felt to watch this film. And that's the first time I've ever been able to claim that in watching any of the adaptations. So I was really impressed and surprised. And they took the time to slow this down and give it the consideration and the kind of quiet contemplation that was needed. And the characters were allowed to have intimate moments, and I just bravo. I was really super duper impressed with how they did Deathly Hallows Part 1. And it was needed. I think it was absolutely necessary, because we all know Part 2 is going to be very blockbustery and kapoof. So yeah, this one was the calm before the storm, and I thought they did really well. And it was just so depressing, which was fantastic. Yeah. You have to be a Harry fan to be able to say that, I think. And the last question is favourite ultimate Harry Potter experience. For me, it's been a ton of stuff. Getting to go to the release days for books 5, 6 and 7 were amazing. To get to be any experience where I got to be with fans, and you know, you all get to hang together and be crazy together, and no one's judging because you're all on the same boat. You're all huge Potterheads, and you're all in costume, and you're all excited and vocal, and it's brilliant. So you know, certainly the book releases and the premieres of the films. I've never gone to a midnight screening. I'm going for Deathly Hallows Part 2, but I've gone to opening night sessions and stuff, and it's been fantastic. Everyone's just so excited, and you all get to chat together, and just fan experiences, you know, group stuff is amazing, and I wouldn't swap that for anything. And yeah, I certainly look forward to it for the final film, and also to be part of We See Thestrals on YouTube has been great. I know it's been like 2 months since I've uploaded a video, but I do sincerely love you guys, and I love getting to know you and the fun we've had being fans together, and all the ridiculous nonsense we've created. And yeah, it's been a ton of fun. So I love being a Harry Potter fan, I really do. And thank you to starzbooks for creating this tag. Guys, if you haven't done it, I'm sure most people are doing it anyway, but consider yourself tagged, and bring on the Potter love, and let's get excited for the final film, and bring your tissues. Love you, Harry.